Welcome to another conversation off the clock. Hi, I'm Carmina Constantino Torres, and this is Casey After Hours.
And if you're not happy, every day of your life will always be miserable. We forget that there are other things that they can be good about. Existential crisis that when they get to college, bakit ganito yung feeling ko? I'm not happy. I have to drag. This is what I want for you, but this is just for me. Baka ikaw may iba kang gusto. Don't push your dreams to your children.
Tama ba ang landas na pipiliin ko? For many incoming freshmen, this decision feels daunting because choosing the right course is more than just ticking a box on an application form. It's about understanding who you are, what drives you, and where you see yourself in the years to come. So how do you choose wisely? How do you ensure that the path you're going to take today will lead you to a future that you will be proud of? Let's break it down. Practically, thoughtfully, and with a vision beyond the present. Joining us today is an expert in child and adolescent development and a passionate advocate for guiding young minds towards the right path. Let's all welcome Professor Nina Era. Prof. Nina, thanks for joining us here in the pod. Always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm so glad we're going to talk again today.
Thank you, Miss Carmina.
Unang-una gawin po, pakilala po natin ang sarili po ninyo dun sa ating mga manonood. Who are you and what do you do?
Okay. I'm Professor Nina Era. I teach in the College of Education, Department of Professional Education, UE Manila. And I also do counseling and therapy sessions to children, adolescents, and families who are in crisis and reintegration for care and wholeness in Katipunan, Quezon City.
All right, perfect. So the perfect person that we want to talk to today, because as you know, marami po sa ating mga kabataan ngayon ang nag-iisip na kung ano kayang kurso ang kukunin nila pagdating nila sa kolehiyo. So having that in mind, what's the first step to determining what course that will be for the student?
Number one, it should start kasi from in middle childhood. We have to figure out already what our talent is. So normally, in schools, diba, we would encourage our kids to join extracurricular activities. And that's when they would find out, I love pala to dance, I love to sing, and all other things that would schools would offer. And from there, that's when they realize, oh, I want to be like this. I want to be like a musician. I wanted to be a painter. And so I'm going to take this in college.
Okay. But that journey of self-discovery should transcend the individual. Hindi
That's
ba?
right.
Dapat makita din yan ng magulang.
Correct.
Paano kung damang-dama mo na yun talaga yung gusto mo? Pero sabi ng mga parentals, I don't think so.
Yes. Kaya ang parentals definitely should support their kids. Diba? Parang don't push your dreams to your children. Diba? Sometimes kasi a lot of parents would parang pressure their kids from counseling. This is what I find out. Parang a lot of them were pressured by their parents just because they're popular in that specific profession, and so you're expected to be like this. And even if parang they feel like they couldn't really voice themselves, na parang voice out what they want, because parents would say, dapat ganito ka. That line of dapat dito ka.
So that journey to self-discovery shouldn't be made by the individual alone, pero dapat kasama din dyan yung magulang.
Yes.
Supporting every step of the way.
Kaya nga parang from that, during the between 7 to 10 years old, diba, we encourage our kids to, aside from the academic things that they do in school, join extracurricular, find something that you are passionate about.
Hindi lang pangpuno ng oras.
Yes, hindi lang yung pampuno ng oras. Parang suportahan mo, gusto kong mag-join mommy ng painting class. Parang sige, tingnan natin, baka may ma-figure out siya sa painting, diba? Or I wanna enroll in a piano class. May ma-discover siya about himself or herself.
Okay, so ano pa yung mga iba? So one is joining extracurricular activities. And this is, again, the journey to self-discovery and knowing really what you want. That's where you want to begin. Expose yourself, right? Through extracurricular activities within the confines of the school. Pero ano pa yung ibang mga ways?
Oo. Sa atin ngayon, 'di ba, like in the neighborhood, marami na ngayon mga anong tawag doon? Yung mga parang organizations that they could also join, parang mga support groups or yung mga groups of adolescents who are like in one, ano lang yan, parang they would do basketball, they would do sports, or yun nga, painting. Encourage them to join those. Parang minsan kasi we focus so much on the academics. Diba? Na parang kailangan lang, you should be good in these subjects. That we forget that there are other things that they can be good about, diba? Like ngayon, ando na tayo sa multiple intelligences. We encourage the 9 intelligences, not just focusing on just science, math, and English.
Okay, so here's a question that I'm sure you've heard this a lot.
Yeah.
Gusto ko lang naman kasi siyang gawin, Professor. Ay, hilig ko lang naman siya. Iba naman yung career.
Correct.
Tama ba yun? Or does that really tell you already that dito ka magaling,
Yes.
dito ka, bakit mo papahihirapan yung sarili mo?
Correct.
Ganun ba yun?
Although I hear that a lot of times, na parang I just want this to be my passion. I don't want to make out a living out of this. So, okay, if that is your choice. But most of them, it was dictated to them by their parents na, oh, you shouldn't be like that because there's no money on that. Diba? Parang do this. So, dun sila ngayon nagkakaroon ng parang existential crisis that when they get to college, bakit ganito yung feeling ko? I'm not happy. I have to drag.
Okay, let's try to solve that for
Yes.
both the individual and the
Yes.
parents now.
Yes.
Ha? Kasi totoo siyang nangyayari. I mean, passion is there, good.
Yes.
Right? But if you can earn from that passion,
Why
even
not?
better. Because
Yes.
you're never going to be working a day in your life.
That's right.
Correct?
That's right.
So, how do you then bridge that seeming disconnect na hindi naman talaga pwedeng disconnected yan forever? Pero, paano magtutugma yung gusto ng bata at ng magulang towards a common goal? Paano yun? Pwede ba?
Pwede siya if the parents are open to listening to their kids. Kasi yun nga, before they choose their strand in senior high school, sit down with them. Diba parang yun nga, talk to them. Oh anak, I see that you're good in this. Or you might want to consider this. Diba? Or, sige, this is what I want for you. But this is just for me. Baka ikaw may iba kang gusto. Diba? So, sige, let's talk about it. Then, that's the time, diba, they could meet halfway, diba? Whether the child would choose, okay mom, sige, I'll follow this. Next time ko na lang i-pursue yung passion ko. I'll follow you first. Or, sige, why not? I'll just follow what I want because I think parang I'm able to gain the confidence that I need when I'm doing what I'm passionate about.
Ayaw din naman ng mga magulang na hindi maging financially
Correct.
independent ang kanilang mga anak. Diba?
Correct. Oo. Yun naman yung ina-explain ng parents. Diba? Na parang we want you to be independent, we want you to be able to, diba, parang put up your own, whether it's a business, you parang buy things that you never experienced when you were younger. So, yun naman talaga sila. But, marami naman kasing ways, diba, that you could explore on how you could earn from something that you're also passionate about. And I've seen a lot of that in like former students who said that at first, hindi ko naman talaga to gusto, pero I fell in love with the course, and then now I am able to do parang things that I am really passionate about. I get to earn more, I get to do side hustle. So parang happy with.
Which brings me to the next question. How important is happiness in choosing that course?
It's very important kasi like every day you need to be able to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Diba? Parang ang hirap ng college kasi ang daming struggles when you're in college. And if you're not happy, every day of your life will always be miserable. And I've seen that.
Hirap, ang bigat.
I've seen that. Yung parang sabi nila, ma'am, I'm just dragging myself. Talagang I hate it. Parang every time I get to open books or professors would ask me to read articles, parang nasusuka na daw sila. Parang yung ganong feeling na parang ang lungkot lang, diba? So, in terms of mental health issues, nagkakaroon din sila. They suffer anxiety, they would have sleepless nights, they would even sometimes talagang in class, they would cry in the middle of presentation.
Because there's trauma involved already.
Yes.
Before we get into the other factors that would determine your decision in the end, no, I do want to focus on what you said a while ago na pagdating ng senior high, andyan na yung, no, even before, no, you'll choose your strand.
Yes.
You'll choose your strand and all that. Does it add to the pressure on the young people these days? Because do they even know at that point? Of course, you know what your interests are, right?
Yes.
But do they really know? Paminsan nga tayo, ang tanda na natin.
Correct.
Di pa rin natin sometimes alam kung anong gusto natin. Yun pa.
Exactly.
And it's a life-changing decision, essentially, what they're doing.
Exactly. Teenagers, sabi ko nga, you're in the perfect state where you can be confused. And it's okay.
It's okay to not know.
No, yes, and you don't know it, it's okay. Sometimes, again, it's just the parents who are pressuring them. Kasi nga, you need to choose a strand. And so, they would choose, one, it could be dictated by the parents or where the friends are. Yun lang yung yun lang yung kanilang mga pinupuntahan. Pagkatapos nun, yun nga, they end up na parang pagdating na doon sa strand, hindi pala ito yung gusto ko. Then lipat na naman. And then, again, they would feel another pressure kasi papagalitan na naman sila ng parents na why did you choose that? And ganyan. So talagang, it's not healthy to pressure our teenagers to make a choice because they're really, developmentally speaking, they're still confused.
Yeah. You know what I tell my kids, and I'm not even sure if I'm doing the right thing, but I told them when it was about time, my husband and I, when it was about time for them to choose their strand, we said, go where you think you'll be at your happiest.
Correct.
Because that's half the battle won.
That's right. I agree. Kasi, yun nga, every day, diba, parang you have to wake up, you have to go through the struggle of finishing task in school. And so, if it's something that doesn't make you happy, diba, parang every day of your life, you'll have to go through that. And it will definitely affect your mental health. But if you, kasi yung hirap in finishing task or like dealing with terror professors or dealing with other, anxieties in school, normal na siya. Diba? It's there. It's given. So, but if you are happy, diba, you look forward to parang listening to your teachers, parang knowing more, your skills are honed, parang, uy, excited ako.
Yeah.
Diba? Yung ganong feeling.
Choose what excites you.
Yes. Kasi there's that feeling talaga. And I also hear that from other clients or even students that like when they go to school and they're happy going to school, parang, oh, I'm so excited na parang I'm gonna do my presentation, I'm gonna teach to the younger batch. So parang there's that feeling of kilig that they feel.
Nice.
And so, diba, parang wow, ang sarap ng ganong feeling.
Job trends, do those matter as well? And financial stability, we kind of touched on that a while ago.
Yes.
Ano pa ba yung mga iba? The demand for a certain industry.
Yes.
Yun ba kailangan pag-isipan pa? Kung ano yung kursong kukunin?
Marami ako nakikita sa mga kabataan ngayon, parang, I don't know if this has something to do with social media, kasi nga parang they're more materialistic as well. And so parang sa kanila, there's that pressure daw in social media that you have to have this money or you should be able to do this at a certain age. And so it pressures them again. And so parang sa kanila, okay, I would take a course that would bring me money or I'd go abroad and this is fast money even if I don't like it. Parang ganun sila. So yun ngayon kasi parang sa kanila, I want this because I see this in social media.
And is that a healthy decision?
In a way, it could motivate them, diba? Parang diba, it motivates them, money motivates them, but in the long run, hindi na rin siya healthy kasi yun nga, parang you push yourself to something na you don't really like, but because you need the money or you're pressured by peers, by social media, that you have to have a certain timeline, that you need to have the house, the travels and everything at a certain age. So it gives them that undue pressure na. Like, wala na akong mararating kasi like my friends, my batchmates are already here and I'm still here.
Paano yung iba pang klaseng pressure na galing sa magulang na hindi lang sa hindi ka kikita dyan, kundi hindi ka kikita dyan ng sapat para suportahan kami?
Correct. Marami yon. Yung pakiramdam nila na enough ba to na starting salary mo, hindi pa ako gumagraduate, meron na akong responsibilidad. Like, my parents are already telling me, send your siblings to school, or you have to pay this and you have to pay that. So, talagang sa kanila, ang nila, okay, wala na akong magagawa, di ba? Parang that's the, parang trade-off of poverty sometimes. Like, if I have students kasi are really working students or really coming from poor family. So, yun yung nagiging nila. Na Realidad. Oo, na wala na akong pakialam kung ano man tong kurso na to, basta ito yung magdadala sa akin ng pera, okay na. Yun namang siguro on the other side, na nakakawa, naman sila, very comfortable life naman sila. Ang kanilang factor naman minsan is that, minsan pati yung school na papasukan nila ay nagiging pressure for them. Na parang, what if we can't pass that certain university? So, paano ako? Like my parents would always tell me, your tito, your tita, everybody in the family graduated from there. So, parang, syempre, di ba, even if you're not telling me na I should pass, so there's that pressure again na parang, so, ibig sabihin ba, I'm not good enough if I don't get to that university. And marami gano'n na ayoko naman yung university na yun, but again, because all my siblings, all my like 3 generations graduated from there, so parang wala akong choice.
So it's not the school, it's not the course.
Yes.
Ikaw.
Very important. Kaya talagang very crucial yung family. Very crucial yung communication, diba? Talagang early on pa lang, you communicate, you guide. Para ngayon, the kids will not take it like against you when you're trying to also explain. Kasi minsan, diba, ang thinking nila, kung walang connection, parang, ay nako, naging na naman tong si mom, si dad, or parang...
Or conversely, baka they think less of themselves.
Yes.
Kasi hindi nila masyadong ginugusto kung ano mang binigay nyo kung ano yung in-influence sa kanila, kung ano yung pinilit sa kanila.
Correct. Or minsan parang feeling nila, hindi mo ba ako tanggap kung ano yung gusto ko?
Oo.
Diba? Parang yun yung, it affects your self-esteem, of course.
Of course.
Diba? Napaka-crucial nun to be able to thrive in this very cruel and tough world.
But there's a flip side to that.
Yes.
Meron din namang ibang mga magulang na bahala ka na, di ba? Bahala ka na what you want to do. Why? May babagsakan ka naman sa amin. May ganun din, di ba? Parang dito ka, nakasandal ka naman sa pader eh.
Correct.
Pero ano yung negative effect nun?
Hindi naman magsa-strive yung bata. Kasi 'di ba parang sa kanila, okay, if I study hard, if I don't study hard, even if I repeat so many times courses and it doesn't matter anyway. Meron naman ako, like I'm going to take care of the family business, or mom said na after here I'll be sent abroad. Yung mga ganon. So, nawawala yung motivation ng bata. Minsan, kailangan kasi natin, di ba, you toughen them by really, making sure to use tough love. Di ba? Na parang, minsan, doon ka sa middle, don't naman over-assure them that, okay, even if you don't study, okay lang. Hindi yun eh. Parang, okay, do your best, anak, but, diba, whatever it is, whatever happens, we're here, diba? We're going to nakasuporta. Oo, yun yung kailangan nila. Pero hindi yung sobrang assurance to a point na you definitely parang helicopter parenting na will take care of you until, alam mo yun, you grow old.
Because eventually,
yeah.
These kids are gonna grow old.
Exactly.
And they're gonna have to stand on their own 2 feet.
Exactly.
Kung tinanggalan mo na nga ng paa, paano pagtatayo?
Exactly.
The peers.
Yes.
The peers. Sometimes it gets too noisy, di ba? Na hindi mo na alam.
Yes.
Ano ba talaga yung gusto ko?
Correct.
How do you drown out the noise?
Okay. That's why it's very important muna that you have supportive peers, diba? That peers are those that would really, parang, whether or not you're in one course together or in one university together, they would not make you feel like you're left behind. So yun yung una-una. We have to have supportive peers. Secondly, very important talaga that you are self-aware. Diba? Yung self-awareness talaga crucial, kaya yung tinuturo in the preschool. Diba? That you have to know yung parang little by little, do you love that color? Do you love drawing? Yung mga ganun, because that's how they discover themselves. Diba? So, pag meron kang self-awareness, you'd always go back to that. Na parang, even if I hear this, even if I see this in social media, okay, babalik uli ako. What do I want for myself? Then, yun yung gagawin mo. Yun yung i-assert mo at yun yung ipupursue mo.
But it's not called peer pressure for nothing. Alam naman natin na iba ang panahon ngayon, Professor. Kahit na self-aware ka
Oo,
iba ang pressure ngayon.
Yes, kaya nga mas difficult. Yung self-awareness na sinasabi ko, talagang it has to start young. Kasi kung halimbawa yung self-awareness mo ngayon, you're going to be influenced na by so many things. So talagang with the noise of peers and social media, talagang okay, ano ba talaga yung gusto ko? Plus the fact that you are nga in the middle of a confused stage. So talagang, sama-sama na lahat ng pinagdadaanan mo. Kaya napakahirap.
But okay, there will come a point, right, before you fill out that college application.
Yes.
Na in your head, may nagpo-percolate na dyan.
Yes.
Kailangan mo ba i-whittle down, trim it down to your top 3?
Yes.
Is that a good way to go?
At least go to at least the top
course
3 or top 2. Yeah, course.
Ano
yan? In relation to what you're good at. Kasi dapat yung strength mo siya eh.
So, hindi siya pwedeng number 3. Sabi ni mommy at ni daddy. Number 2.
Sabi ni Tito.
Sabi ng barkada. Hindi. So,
hindi.
dapat ito.
Talagang ikaw yun. Ikaw yun. Talagang yung top 3 mo, pinag-isipan mo siya, kahit pa paano na, okay, saan ba ako? Ano ba yung magaling ko? Okay, drawing. Do I want fine arts? Sige, medyo, ilagay ko muna siya sa 3. Diba? Parang gusto ko rin ng math. Parang gusto ko rin ng, do accounting. Okay, sige, accounting. Then, that's the time, from the top 3, saan ba? Ano ba yung minsan, yun nga, important sa kanila yung school eh. So if I choose this certain course, saan ba magandang school dito? Diba? So if they now pass that university, okay, ito na ako. Ito na. Kasi ito na yung mas importante ngayon sa akin yung school. Pwede na yung course. Gusto ko, kasama naman siya sa top 3 ko eh. So okay na rin. Parang ganon.
Ang kolehiyo ba? Should you treat it, as a place where you go to learn something new? Or do you take it from the perspective that this is where I'm going to enhance what I already have?
Well,
so start from 0? Or build some more?
It has to build some more kasi very important yung basic ed. Diba? So from your the skills that you already have in basic ed, diba? You should be able to find a university that will enhance that. Diba? That would support you in a better individual, and it would support you to be the better professional that you will be in the future.
So kapag dun sa 3 choices mo, merong kasi gusto kong matutunan parang kasi gusto nila na ito yung pag-aralan ko. X na dapat yon.
Yes.
Kasi dapat, ang naiisip mo lang, kasi magaling ako dito. Kailangan ko pa ng
push pa to. Diba? At dito sa school na to, I think, maganda yung program nila. Diba? Na that would enhance my skills. So, yun yung magandang way of looking at it. So, parang ikaw mismo, diba? Like, before pa lang entering college, ando na yung excitement, nabibuild na yung excitement na okay, I'm excited to go to this university because I know I already have these skills, but this university will definitely enhance the skills that I have.
What are the red flags that would show you di yan para sa'yo?
Number 1, if it doesn't really excite you. Diba? Parang, alam mo yan eh, it's your gut instinct. Alam mo that I don't like this course. So if you know that you don't like it, don't pursue it. Okay, no matter the pressure that you get from people around you. So that's number one. Second, if you feel like you're not really good at this, diba? Alam naman natin, we all have our own set of strength and weaknesses. So pag alam mo, diba, like sabi ko nga, it's a basic, like if you're poor in math, and people would tell you, okay, mag-engineering ka or ganyan. So sabi ko, dapat alam mo na yun, diba? Hindi ko yun kakayanin. Kasi, I'm not good in math, diba? So, don't pursue engineering because you know you don't have the skills that would be needed to really thrive in the engineering department, diba? So, yun yung top 2 things na importanteng makita mo yung strength, yung weaknesses mo, yung pakiramdam mo, yung emosyon mo when you're looking at that course.
So know what you don't like and know what you like.
Exactly.
Yun lang.
Self-aware din yun.
Yun lang.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Would it help the individual to seek out professionals who are successful or maybe who are in that industry, just to sort of get to know it more?
Yes. That's why in schools right now, I think they invite professionals, diba? Who are popular in that particular course, and they would do the career talk in school. And that's how other, like, senior high school or yung soon to be senior high school would figure out na parang I wanna be like her, I wanna be like him. So dun sila mas lalong nasa strength na parang okay, I'm gonna pursue this because I've asked questions to this person, diba? And that person satisfied all my curiosity. Sige, push na yan. Go na ako sa course na yan.
Okay, but Prof. Nina,
yes,
there's also another case wherein everything that we've talked about, lahat ginawa. Nagawa. Okay. But in the middle of the course, right?
Yes.
Di pala yun yung gusto niya. Is there something else that they can do to sort of turn back the time and make sure that they, make up for the wasted time?
Yes. Maraming ganun din, Miss Carnina. Pero, syempre yun nga, you lay down the cards now. Especially kung nasa 3rd, 4th year college na sila. And in the middle, they would realize, oh my God, ayoko pala itong Minsan, nandun na nga sila sa practicum part. Kasi it's on the job na And then, they now see life. They see the profession. And it's something na parang, okay, hindi ko pala yan gusto. Now, you talk to that person now, either in the guidance office or with the professors or of course with family members. So, anong gagawin mo given this? Okay, you don't like this, but you're already one step away na lang. Gagraduate ka na. Okay lang ba that you, for example, just finish this, and then if you want, you can pursue another course. I mean, if you have the parang extra money for it, why not? Or some would say, sige, magtatrabaho muna ako. Tapusin ko na to kasi sayang na diba? Magtatrabaho muna ako, and when I've earned like a certain amount na, I'll pursue what I want.
What you're saying is that's the reason why it's also important to sort of communicate this.
Yes, that's why
Huwag mong sarilihin.
Correct. Oo. Kaya nga napaka-importante na ang ating mga like kaguruan and even our schools, yung mga guidance offices, parang they should be open, diba? They should really parang talk it out, tell our students to go to them, diba? If you are confused, it's okay. Kasi yun nga parang in this time and age, parang wala kang karapatan maging confused. Dapat alam mo.
Ang hirap, diba?
Oo.
Ang hirap. Because mahirap siya.
Yes, ang hirap ng sobrang major decision yun
And I think parents should know that it is hard.
Exactly.
For the children.
Exactly. Oo.
Para hindi na sila makadagdag pa doon sa pressure.
Exactly. Kasi pag alam nilang meron akong lalapitan, yun nga, they start to open up.
Kasi tayo nung lumalaki tayo, walang ganyan.
Noon, bukod sa less yung noise outside, kasi wala namang social media, tapos yung mga barkada parang very, lang naman, limited lang naman, kasi yun nga, konti lang naman yung mga nasa school lang yung nagiging barkada natin. So, less yung pressure, okay? Plus, it's not something that yun nga, we normally talk about before. Ngayon, with mental health issues, with the pandemic, and syempre with all the family issues and struggles. So kinakailangan na pag-usapan na siya. Kasi yun nga, mahirap na pinagdadaanan ito ng isang taong nasa mahirap na life stage.
Dadagdag pa ba
Dadagdag
tayo?
pa ba tayo? Yes.
Hindi na.
Oo.
Yung kaninang sinabi mo, Prof. Nina, about, konting kembot na lang, gagraduate
Yes.
na.
Oo.
Pero naramdaman niya na parang hindi para sa kanya.
Yes.
Importante ho kasing mapag-usapan din yun. Baka kasi isang aspeto lang yung hindi niya gusto.
Correct.
So they've chosen. They've
Yes.
chosen their college course. They're happy. They're there. But how do they stay motivated enough to finish and graduate?
Wow, tough question yun. You have to start with the why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to be this? Para yun yung magmo-motivate for that person to get motivated until the end, 'di ba? Na either I want to help my family, either I want to be the best in this profession, I want to be like this person. Why? So napaka-importante. Kaya usually like first year college, I ask students, why do you want to be a teacher? Like in the College of Ed, why do you want to be a teacher? What is your motivation for this? Okay? So that during tough times, go back to this. Kasi it will definitely be tough. Diba? So, yung iba, diba, it can be a mababaw thing nga lang na parang, I just want to go abroad and earn dollars. Okay. If that is your motivation enough for you to finish, go. Yung iba naman, parang, I've always dreamt to be a teacher and I wanted to like be a teacher who's adored by students. Parang I remember a former teacher was like adored by students and ganon. So okay, push. Diba? So whatever your why, use that as a ground for you to get motivated until like fourth year college, until you graduate.
Right. So
Yes.
know what you don't like, know what you like, and know your whys.
Yes.
Professor Nina, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful conversation.
Yes.
Thanks again.
Thank you, Miss Carmina.
And that's it for another episode of KC After Hours. You know the drill. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.